I think our bowling attack has matured over the years. They've gained experience of playing many games all around the world and understanding conditions and pitches and opposition batsmen as well. So they're pretty comfortable with their games. Pretty much what happens with batsmen as well. They learn, they become mature, and then the so-called peak phase happens in their careers. And I think bowlers go through the same process. So our bowlers have come along a long way from the last time that we toured all these countries, and they are a more confident unit now. They've understood how to bowl in partnerships. It's not about outdoing the other guy, but helping him in a great spell that a particular individual is going through. So I think all these things they've understood over the years, and we're pretty happy that we have so much depth in our bowling this time around, and we're pretty confident of that. It doesn't matter. I mean, for us, it's um, whether you're a favorite or an underdog, you still have to go out there and do well on the field. If you're an underdog, it's not a given that the pressure will only be on the opposition. Or if you're favorites, it's not certain that the underdogs will come out and just be fearless the whole time. I think it's a balance that is required, and we played enough cricket at this level to understand that these are things that happen on the outside. And as a professional cricketer, you have to go out there and execute what you are picked for. Whether you want to act as an underdog or as the favorite, it's actually in your own head. So we don't think about these things. We think about what we need to execute, especially in Test cricket, because you have such a long game and opportunities to come back. When you have a solid situation going in your favor, you still have to be focused at all times, because the opposition can get into the game at any stage. It only requires an hour to turn the whole game. So you need professionalism more than feeling like an underdog or starting as favorites. And that's something that we want to do as a team. We want to be consistent and we want to be professional. You always come up with situations when you're playing such long seasons that you have scenarios like the one you mentioned just now, and along with the management you have to sit down and take a call. I think it all boils down to your gut feel. If five people on the table agree that this is something that all of us feel is the right thing to do for the team, then we go ahead with that. Then there are no ifs and buts. Obviously every decision can have ifs and buts. For us, it's then there's no looking back. We don't sit down and say, oh, maybe if we take a decision today, we're not going to sit down again tomorrow and say, oh, we could have done that. We don't act like that. And that's why we've been just pushing forward as a team. We've not held on to the decisions we've made. Once when we made them, even when they've come off or not, we don't look back at them, because they're taken in the best interest of the team at that particular time. And there's total honesty and there's total ownership equally all around the squad. So that's the basic mindset behind it. In Test cricket, what matters is the balance of the side. That's the most crucial thing, I think. Again, purely because of the fact the game is so long and you have two innings and so many different situations that go up and down. So you need to have the best balance going forward, and that's something we're going to discuss today. What is the best balance that we need to take in for tomorrow, and then pick the 11 accordingly. I mean, back in the day when I did not know better, these things used to bother me because I used to read a lot. But honestly, not because I'm sitting here and I should say this in front of all of you, but I genuinely don't read anything. I have no idea what's going on. So after the first two tests in South, I had no idea what's going on. My only focus was on my preparation and where the team has to head. And if I waste my energy in all these things, then I'm compromising on my mindset already. Because when I walk out to bat, I have the bat in hand, not people on the outside who write and who predict things. So I need to be in the most convinced and the most clear mental space that I can be, and that happens when I'm just focused on what I need to do. I have I didn't think 10 years ago, very soon I'm going to complete 10 years. I didn't think 10 years ago I'm going to be sitting here in my career. So I have no complaints whatsoever, and I'm not in a frame of mind to prove myself in any country. I just want to perform for the team. Obviously, I want to score runs for the team, and I want to take Indian cricket forward, and that's my only motive. Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, you focus on what you need to do as a batsman, what the plans that you want to take into the middle. You follow your instinct, and you have to have total confidence and belief in your own ability. um, and that's something that gives you total clarity when you head out to bat. It's not. I'm not saying that it happens every time, but the fact that we're able to do it again and again is the reason that we're playing at this level, and that's something that we need to keep working hard on, and not take for granted. But yeah, that's basically what gives me clarity, is to believe in my game, and to it boils down to belief. Even on a flat pitch in India, if you don't have the belief, you'll get out, even if the ball's doing nothing. And if you have belief, you can score a big hundred on a green wicket as well. So it all boils down to what you think in your head. And I think over the last few years, I've been more comfortable with my headspace and how I think about the game and my own game as well. I worked hard on it, so I'm pretty confident of my own ability, and that's the only thing that I'm going to focus on.